Whoa, that was weird. You guys hear that? That sounded like a damn M80. Australia, how are you, Australia? Sorry about the World Cup tonight. Catch the highlights. Hope everything is well. I was one of the day. I talked to somebody last week, and they're talking about white dots. They look pretty cool. They say they're endangered there. Yeah. There's some even by his mouth. It was pretty cool. Hey, Bigfoot. Hey, man. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I can go with that. I'll tune in here in a second. Well, after my live stream. If not, I'll watch it. Good evening, man. Philippines. Hello.
Oh, sorry about everybody. I got this started, but I've also had to jump on somebody else's live real quick. Now I got to try to get mine going, try to get it figured out. And for whatever reason, I can't seem to get a hold of my live. Today's, I don't know if my live's live or my live is not live because it's not showing. Strange. Very strange. Normally I can get my stuff set up. Yeah, for whatever reason, my live's not live as far as I can tell. Very weird. Oh, I'm on my channel. It says that I'm live. Well, why is it not showing me as live? Oh, this is garbage. It's garbage. How am I supposed to read stuff? Well, I'm just going to have to play it, wing it, play it by ear. Because I can't see anything, can't see the comments. So apparently YouTube Studio has decided to go out to lunch. Oh well. I'll fumble it and see what I can see. Hey, how's it going? Oh well, I'm just going to wing it. It's what I normally do. I need to run over and grab some snap rings because I want to take this space age Walden, take it apart, try to clean it. So hopefully everybody's having a good day. They have good weather. We had really good weather today. Me and Mrs. Bigfoot, we got to go out, run around to some flea markets. We also found a couple yard sales. got some goodies. She found some goodies. Trying to find the right size snap ring pliers, and it's not working. Please tell me this is not one of those specialty snap rings that I don't have the right size for. I am not having good luck with all the stuff I got. Ultra tiny, ultra thin, ultra. Ooh, they have it. Yep, I found one. I found a one. So yeah, we went looking for yard sales, garage sales, and all that jazz, and we ended up. I found a bunch of goodies. I'll be coming up in, I think, Sunday's video. I got something from Facebook Marketplace we picked up on the way out, and that was whoo, really nice. That's going to take a lot of work to clean up, but it's going to definitely be interesting, considering I've never seen this type of ratchet before. I've never taken one apart. So hopefully it comes apart properly. And hopefully parts and pieces do not fly out at me, because, like I said, I've never taken one apart. Okay. Okay. We'll work with that mess later. That is sticky, tacky, and it's a mess. It's horrible. But that bad boy's got some, not easy to see, but some very deep teeth in it. Everything looks halfway decent. There's some, oh. Need a pick. Oh, I thought I had my pick down here. Oh, I do. Oh, there is something. Okay, so there's a ring in there. Doggone it. Dominoes. Okay, that's a spring ring. That is to keep. Okay, that puts. I see what it does. That is a tension spring. Hey, how's it going? Keeps tension down here. I don't know if you can see that faint line right around there. There's a tension ring in there that it sits in to keep it from moving around. See if I can tidy up some of the center of this. Make sure it's my LA Awesome, not my WD-40. But yeah, when I saw this at Jacktown, I knew I had to have it if it was a good price. I was good with the price for it. But to have one such a weird design, yeah, I definitely had to have that. There's so much grime in here. It's a white compound, but it's not lithium. Looks like some kind of old white grease that started slabbing up. Okay. At least we ain't got storms this weekend. Had storms last weekend, knocked power out. By the time power came back on, I was not about to try to fire up a live stream. Just was not happening. Most of the crud's gone. Now I can actually get in with the Dremel. I think I'm gonna go with the cup. As my teammate would say, my brain ain't braining. So, had to get the big boy cup for coffee tonight. Okay, how's it going? So how's everybody doing? Oh, I'm good with that. Got to tidy up the inset right there. Yep, I'm on call again. I was right in the middle of trying to, well, kind of in the middle of filming Sunday's video when my work phone went off. So I had to pause it thinking that I was heading out. Nope. It was just my teammate getting me caught up on one of our projects we're working on. But when the phone went off, I looked up, so it was a minute after he was to be off the clock. So first thing I thought was he punched out, and because he punched out, outage came in, which means it's going to me. But no, not the case. Okay, the snap ring track is nice and clean. I just need to hit all the little grooves, all the channels. I have to say this is the first time I've ever seen me cleaning grooves and see smoke coming up. Makes me wonder what grease or oil they had in here that is cooking under the friction of this Dremel bit. All the tools I've done over the years, I have never had it do that. But I know there was grease, grime, and crud in there. But it could have been my fault. And that would be, most likely I'm thinking it's my fault. Because of the channels, and not getting it dry enough, I'm wondering, besides I just chewed up this bit, go with my silliness on this. I caused the smoke because it's not grease or oil that's uh, uh, heating up and smoking. I got a feeling it's LA Awesome because I was kind of in a hurry and I did not fully dry it out. And because I didn't fully dry it out, that might be the LA Awesome that's heating up and smoking. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. That I caused the smoke because I'm heating LA Awesome up with the friction of the wire wheel digging in. I've never had a Dremel create smoke from oil or grease before. Not saying it can't happen, but you know, I'm still thinking it was me. Just check that out. I'm in there rooting and digging now. It's not smoking. So probably the LA Awesome that was heating up due to friction. This has got one big old boo-boo on it. So it's not going to be perfect. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, that's already starting to turn gunky at the top, so it's got to be the LA Awesome. Could be the LA Awesome mixed with everything else that's in there. Because there's a white grease, there's an oil, and then the LA Awesome sitting on top of it. That's probably what caused it. Did you blew it like that, Proto? I found Protos are not. They're sometimes they can be stubborn, but for the most part, I think they're actually pretty. They're fun to clean because when you start getting into them, they can shine quickly. I have one that's a little gunky and grimy, and let me see if I can get some of this. I waited too long. And I'll show you what I picked up today through Facebook Marketplace. And then you'll get to see what, hopefully, a soon video, maybe in a few days or a week. Oh, yeah. Not easy to see, but she's shiny, she's clean. All the troughs are clean. That'll be good to put back. So let me go over here. Oh. Hey, Denny, how's it going? Oh, nobody's late. As long as I'm on, everybody's on time. So, let me get the wire out of me. Okay. So, I paid $20 and I got me a little ratchet. I got a ratchet my size. 3/4 drive, Proto, Los Angeles. It's buried under crust, grime, and who knows what else. A little sloppy, but for its age, it hopefully I can clean it up. It works good. The selector works fine. I just need to clean it up, pull it apart, try to figure out why it's got so much slop in there. But then again, back in the day, this could be it could be the way they were. Because I know some of the older ratchets had a lot of slop in it. But a Proto Los Angeles 3/4 drive for only $20, I couldn't pass it up. I had to have it. That's going to take a good long while to clean up because that is one big ratchet. I'm not looking for perfection with it. I'm looking to get it, just nice and clean. Get it lubed up nice, get everything, all the crud out of it. I think that'd be really good because the only 3/4 drive ratchet I have is an El Cheapo, the Harbor Freight Special. I think it was whatever the telescopic one is. So, I have plenty of 3/4 drive sockets. I just did not have a decent wrench. I have extensions, I have universals, I have adapters, but I did not have a decent ratchet. Okay. I know I laid a layer of metal filings down there. So the inside of this is clean. I'm good with it. Got to tidy this up. Carefully work this. This has a spring inside that slides back and forth. So I want to clean it up, but I don't want to dismantle it because I'm not sure. I mean, if I dismantle it, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get it back together. And because it worked, I really don't want to fix it till it doesn't work. I'm not sure if it's just a single pin or 2 pins with a spring in the middle. I'm not 100% sure. So I've got, okay, This is where I actually need a daggone headlamp. I'm gonna attempt to push that in. That's a ball bearing. Nope. Okay, so that slides out. Okay, deal with that later. Get my squirrels back in check. One thing at a time. You watch Benton with Brenton or Benton with him and his purse? Because he works on, he aligns frames and stuff on semis. So he took a nice little sledgehammer and stretched a purse over it. And that's what he says. Just hit it with your purse. I have a 20-pound full steel hammer that it'll break stuff. But I think we might be game on trying to get in there and tidy that up. If I could tidy it all up, every bit of it, that would be even better. But even as good as this thing was working, it's still a sticky, grimy mess. I got excited to buy this. I didn't even check. Okay, ball detent works good. Just my luck. I take it apart, clean it all up, find out that the spring is broke or the ball detent's screwed. Then did all this work for nothing. Usually I check the detent. No snack tonight. Kids aren't over, so I'm not a guinea pig for food. Now, last week, even though we had no power in the storms, from the storms, got some big, heavy duty specialty cookies that were made. It was, I had to tell myself no. Only ate half of one. Cookie is probably about that big around, probably about that thick. And one of those, I had to look at it and say, yeah, as much as I enjoyed it, I had to only eat half, because if not, I'm sure my sugar and everything would have been right off the rail. So, the shop, I would say it's cooled down. Uh-oh. I gotta get the wire out of me. So the shop, sorry, had a wire that's constantly poking. So the shop is at 80 degrees, even with the dryer fan pushing a lot of air, the door open. So 80 degrees, it's not where I would like to be, at about 60, but it beats 95 like it was, I think it was 2 Fridays ago where I was cooking. Hey, how's it going? Tearing apart an old Walden 3/8 drive ratchet. Gonna try to make this thing look good and work right again. But if we tear it apart, got to make it all work. When I saw this in that shape, I ain't never seen anything as crazy as this, so I had to have it. Getting all the residual crud off it, all the residual dried grime, oil, grease, because I don't want anything when I put this thing back together. It's going to be clean. It's going to have fresh lubricants in it. It's going to be right. Well, as right as I can make it. Depending upon the ratchet, depends on what I need and the components. For the most part, some components, 3-in-1. Other components where I know it needs something a little bit thicker, just basic super lube. So synthetic. I haven't had time to dig into this to get an idea of what decade this little space age monster came from. But yeah, because you have some ratchets that require oil, some that require a thicker stuff. I haven't had any problems with super lube, but I have some ratchets where, like in the internals of this, where the spring of some of that is, that's where 3-in-1 will work better than something thick. So I think it's just kind of thinking of how it works, what resistance it can handle or not handle, to determine what I would use as a lubricant on that. Like on the teeth, oh yeah, that'd be super lube all day. Now, if I could get this out and the spring and all that, the spring might get just a little bit of super lube, an ultra little tiny bit. But if I can get it apart where the metal looks like it slides in and out, then that would get 3-in-1, because obviously it's thinner, not knowing the tolerances inside. If any of that makes sense. Makes sense to my squirrels. It just may not make sense to everybody else's squirrels. I got bit up. I got about 16 bites from ticks, ants, and spiders last week at work. You can identify what bit me where on my legs. They all itch like nobody's business. And if my mom was watching, she'd be yelling at me, saying, "Stop itching, stop scratching." But sorry about that. I got to. And I haven't found anything that actually is subsiding the itch. It's just going to take time. And yeah, I'm doing this way out of sequence than I normally do. Because usually I take this, I go over there, I start working the metal, then I come back, work the internals. I have no idea why I'm all out of whack. That grime? Yep, nope. You know the funny thing? I use super lube, and I really don't think they're in the grand scheme of the planet for something like that. I don't think it would. I think they'd both work about the same. As long as the lithium is, because of all the variations of lithium, it's not the kind that attracts and holds on to dust and dirt. Because if it holds on to dust and dirt, then it's going to turn around and act like sandpaper in there. My favorite. Well, since I did that, I might as well just run the ring through it. I just wasn't gonna. Yeah, I saw the sticky tacky grime on this from whatever they had in it the last time, and I was not gonna spend all day trying to clean it off. So, good old brake clean to the rescue. And for the most part, I'm not a fan of the green can, but I love the red can because chlorinated. People say there's no difference in its cleaning capabilities. That's not entirely accurate. Green can does okay. And I know because I got a can of that sitting there and a can of that sitting right next to it. They have their purposes, but I've actually found over a handful of cases of the brake clean. The red can does better getting more aggressive crud off it than the green can. And because, no offense to anybody, but if you're in or from that state, but that green can's only because of California and the chlorinated. Which is funny because where are a lot of those chemicals created, made, and shipped out from? The state that banned them. Well, at least those for those companies that have stayed there. I don't know. This metal feels a little odd. It's, I don't know. Just something about it just feels different from all the other metal that's here. It's like it's lighter. Not bad. Definitely looks better than it did before. It'll need to get hit on with the wire, little wire brushes and stuff. But at least the big chunks are off that. Now, when I stumbled into the red can, I bought, I think, 5 or 6 cans immediately. As soon as I saw it up on the shelf in one of our auto stores, I just sat there and went clunk, clunk, clunk. Thank you. I walked up and looked at it. The guy looked at me. I said, "I'm tired of the green can." He laughed. He knew what I was talking about. Before I go that way, let's tidy this up. I got out of sequence again. But I have one of those 2 cans is 3/4 full of chemical, has 0 propellant in it. The propellant just dissipated on its own. So I'm going to have to do the non-OSHA approved thing. And I'm going to have to hit it with the air compressor and force a little air in there to give me a little propellant. I don't put a whole lot in it, so it doesn't last long, but it's enough that it helps spray it out. And I get about a 3 to 5 second burst before you can tell that it's getting weak. That way I know, oh yeah, WD-40 is the same way. I got 6 cans that I gotta lightly put air in. I just don't want to put too much air and have a can explode on me. But yeah, WD-40, they're notorious for their propellant dying or leaking out immediately. I got 2 cans of WD that they weren't even a month old when they had no, the propellant was lost. And because of the propellant going out, that's why I have WD in a spray bottle. Because after that went out, I went up to, I was up at a store and just bought a big gallon container of it. So yeah, over on the workbench, I actually got a metal gallon container. Okay. Tidied. Well, we'll finish this. Hey, Doug, how's it going? Trying to get a space age Walden Ratchet working and running and looking good again. I have no idea what decade it came from. I just saw it and I thought it was cool and had to bring it home. Okay, everything else is tidy. And that was what I needed to tidy on that. And so, yeah, it's a beefy, chunky handle. The handle weighs more than the head does, but it was such a weird shape and design. I had to have it. It's just a 3/8 drive ratchet. It's not like it's a scaffolding wrench, which I've seen with a similar body design, but they're usually bigger and more pronounced. So let's get some of the good stuff. And oh, yeah, another piece of wire. We're gonna move that way. Well, like I said before, I'm in the chair right next to you. I don't need it. And it followed, I had to have it or it followed me home. Ooh. No idea. Whoop. Come on. Oh, you stupid POS. That's what I get for buying a cheap phone holder. Yeah. Got a nasty chunk taken out. I don't know whether somebody hit it with a chisel to mark it to identify it as theirs or what. It's in such an odd location. I mean, yeah, I'm at yeah, we had fun today roaming around looking for yard sales, antique malls, and stuff like that. I had a few things follow me home. Initially, I only planned on one thing coming home with me, but a handful of other things showed up. It's funny how that happens. I don't know. I think I'm going to give it a light hit over on that side. So, no idea if you're going to be able to see it or not. Oh, hang on. Well, where the other side of the anvil assembly stuck out, it's an odd location because I thought it would have damaged the top piece. Hey, how's it going? Oh, hey, dude. I got more toys. Things followed me home. I know you were kind of busy the other night, but where what company belts do you use, and what grits, and what do you think of that company? I got some decent belts, but always looking to find better belts. So with the work that you guys do on axes, I could take that and apply it to the tools here. Okay, even Amazon for the conditioning belts. My side plates here, I just haven't dismantled this piece yet. I just got to work using it. I'm gonna have to check them out. This is gonna be a little weird because my work zone is still a disaster area. Uh, I don't know if it's visible or not. I'm just kind of guessing when I set the camera. So if you can't see it or it's too zoomed in, sorry. That's an aggressive. The green one here is high grit. And because it's a high grit, that's why I'm using it in the middle here. Sorry about that. I don't know if I can see it or not. I've got a 2000 grit green wheel. So I had no problems using it in the middle piece to shine that up because it won't attack the knurling too bad. It'll actually, the knurling will blow off the fiber wheel. Not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but at least the roughness out of it is gone. Theoretically. Oops, sorry. Itchies. Oh my God. So, okay, let me get caught up real quick. Hey, you get out of my shop. Out. I got a dragonfly, probably about 4.5, 5 inches long. Decided he's coming in. Love my dragonflies, but I don't want them in the shop because they don't know how to leave. And when they don't leave, that's all you hear is them bouncing around all the lights. Yeah, the only thing that slows me down on a belt change is that top clear plastic one. I just haven't taken it off yet. But other than that, once it dips from that, I usually just twist and bend it over and it on that top wheel. Then the rest of them slide. It does pretty good. A little bit of a, yeah, not happy with that. Okay. That's gone. Whatever's inside is now trapped inside. I'm tired of the bugs coming in. I gotta do something with that. I do not like the finish and the way it came out, but considering how rough it was when I started, it might just be me being a little nitpicky. Hang on. My metal I use this for weight, for ballast to keep my little Amazon special phone holder from completely tipping over. Of course, it got hot, so I'm going to have to stir it up. See if I can get this to even out a little bit. If not, I'm going to hit it with some of the little fiber poof balls things. Some Amazon stuff I've had good luck with, some I have not. And what I have not had good luck with, I mean, it works, it's functional. Don't get me wrong. That's why I've got a mountain of them. And I think I actually used up the other one. Oh, nope, it's hiding back here. I'd get these in mass quantities. The only problem with that, the crimp job is horrible and it ends up launching wire bits everywhere. And the wire bits get stuck in everything. They get stuck in my clothes, transferred to the boss's car. We found one today. Apparently it was on my shoulder. Got embedded into her seat, and we've had to pull wire bits out of almost everybody's feet that have run around the house. So actually, you know what? We're not going to get the angry mosquito out. Because this is not plastic. It's not acetate. Because it's metal, it can handle a little bit of more attitude, more torque off the motor. Sorry, I stopped talking. I just got hyper fixated on task at hand and wasn't paying attention that I was still alive. Okay. See if that helped balance the finish out. I wasn't happy with how it came out off the conditioning belt or off the fiber wheels. For those little mothers, that would help balance out any imperfection I had in it. And I'm not going to hit it with the Dremel. Had to think. Because the handle came out pretty good. I just figure a blue cloth and some high speed, that'd be good to. I said the head's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. It's got dense things and odd spots in it, but definitely better than it was. Yeah, it was like somebody was using the side here as a hammer. But overall, I'm happy with the finish on this. The rest of the handle came out pretty good. Now we just need to play with another part that I've never touched before. I have no idea. I'm going to see if it works, or I break it, or I launch parts and pieces all over the shop. So the clips are clean. They're good. The top piece is good. Now, like I said, that protrudes at the top. That's why I thought, well, that sticks out the top. That's why I thought it was odd that that had the dent in it. I don't know if I should be attempting to do this or not. Probably not the smartest thing I've done. So I've got to be careful, and I got a wire bit. I don't want a wire bit stuck in me. And I was right. Okay, so I need not the ones I was looking for, but they will work. And this is what I was talking about before about, oh, this is grimy as can be. But it's a rounded tip. That's a rounded tip that has a spring in it, and it sits inside and bounces. That is going to be, let's just say it's going to be fun. It's definitely going to be fun. So I just got to remember that these notches go to the top side. But that's where 3-in-1 oil would go in, and not put thicker super lube, because 3-in-1 is a thinner, small. It's thinner. Yeah. I'm out of coffee. My squirrels they took off out the door. Because it's thinner, it'll allow it to slide without causing any friction points. So we're going to do this. Because my luck, the wind off the fan will launch. Okay, we're going to pull this forward some. Because, yeah, with my luck, the wind and the fan will pull this paper towel off, and then I'll end up losing all my parts and pieces. Yeah, hoping I don't get called in. It's 7:01 tonight. My teammate gets off work on Fridays at 7. So at 7:01, my phone went off. I figure, okay, he punched out at 7. Now I got an outage. Now it's my problem. Nah, he just called to see let me know what was going on for the day. Oh, I hope it don't damage the phone. Oh, no, that was a guy that Facebook Marketplace haul, or I wouldn't say haul, my snag. I got me a wrench. I got a ratchet my size. I got a my size ratchet. So if anybody wasn't here at the beginning, I got a my size ratchet. Proto Los Angeles, 3/4 drive. Gonna be a fun cleanup. It works great. It's just a little sloppy, but that could just be due to age, or it could just be the way they were made back then. He was at work today, but still, man, he still let me come over and get the ratchet. He just apologized for short comments, and he was driving all day, so I have to respond to him in the bed. I was just happy that I was able to get it. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't you dare. That's what I was saying. The little tiny bits and bobbles were starting to run away. I was excited to get it. I only paid $20 for that ratchet. Yeah, I really wanted it, but I wasn't sure because being on call, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get it. But with my teammate working today, it was nice of him to be able to set it somewhere, and then I was able to go pick it up. Oh, this is a grumble this, I don't know who designed this. Somebody must have got a I don't know what they were thinking designing this silliness. So recess channel, recess channel, recess channel, recess channel. And yeah, that's been basically CNC'd out down to the tail assembly. So it's all hollow in there. That'll collect dirt, grease, grime, and crud. Oh, a 36-inch breaker bar. Nice. I probably wouldn't have been able to pass that up. It's almost like somebody got their very first CNC machine and went overboard trying to over design it. Daggone it. One little piece that's there we go. This is gonna be fun putting it back together. I can see that already. And then while I'm fighting with it, I'm gonna be cussing at myself, say, why'd you take it apart, you dummy? When I put this back together, this side has got to face inwards. Let me clean it first. Oh, I understand that. I've done that too many times. See something that I really want, and then I turn around and look at something else and say, no, I'd rather have this because I got more stuff in it. So yeah, what's going to make this fun is because inside the middle of this assembly, I've got to get this. It's been beveled out to where it's cupped. So I've got a pin with a spring. That's going to sit on this side. That is going to, whoop, yep, just like I said, because that is going to bounce back and forth. And this is cupped on this side, and it'll bounce back and forth. The trick to all that is all that's got to be put into the middle of this without launching any of the parts and pieces. So that's going to be fun. Excuse me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Like I said, when I go to put this back together, this is where I'm going to be questioning my decision-making abilities at why I decided to take it fully apart instead of just cleaning it up the best I could from where it was. So I foresee a few bad things well, okay, I can see about 46 bad things happening while trying to put this back together. Saved it. I mean, after all, it's only that big. No corrosion, no gunk, no grime, no crud on that spring. The spring's almost perfect. Okay. Almost ready to attempt to lubricate it and put it back together. That's going to be a whole lot of fun because yeah. Okay, I'm about ready to just go for it and not care. So just need a dab on the finger because oil is not. Yeah, it's funny how earlier I was talking about some ratchets. I'll put 3-in-1 on it, oil in it. Some ratchets I'll put super lube, and some I actually end up having to put a little bit of both. This is one where I'm going to do a little bit of both. Now it's a stressful time. I got to compress it, slide this in, and not have it come out. And no way. No way. You betcha. Sweet. Okay, now I'll put a little oil there. And we're going to pour just a little bit of oil down in there. And carefully move it back and forth so I don't knock the pieces out. Put a little dabble there, a little dabble there. A little dabble, a little dabble. I got oil coating friction points here. Stay. Or for those of us that are old enough to remember, sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog. Oop, 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 oop. Almost screwed the pooch. Almost goofed that up. There you go. You didn't even have to say bro cream. If you would have said a little dabble, do you? I would remember that. And I hate to admit that I'm old enough to remember that. I forgot I got that little pressure ring that's in there. So I'm trying to kind of like packing a bearing. I want to make sure that I push because it's right in about here. So I want to try to force and push to where there's a little bit of grease behind it. So that way it's not just raw metal on metal, especially after cleaning everything up. Oh, there we go. I just could not get it past that pressure ring. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I did that. Or I should say, I can't believe I didn't do that. I missed one little piece. Okay. But that nasty dent ding, it's under that ring. That's what didn't make sense. That's why I was pretty sure it wasn't used as a hammer. I think somebody had pulled it apart, pinned it, that way they could use that as an identifier that it was their tool. So you're gonna be a stubborn mule, make me take you apart again, huh? Well, this ain't good. Of course, I got grimy hands. So now I need to find a socket that I can use. Okay. I gotta see what I did wrong. I think it might be where I lined up this top ring. Okay. That's what it was. I screwed up. No big deal. The U-pins, I just had it on off axis of where the sliders were. I need a socket so I can spin better. Do I have 3/8 here? Probably, yeah, actually I do. The Williams. So yeah, get all the oil and grease and everything working around. Now she's running the way it's supposed to. Not the way I think it should, the way it is should. I've been wanting to work on this since Jacktown, but I just hadn't. Didn't have the nerve at the time to try and do it because I had never seen the internals of one. So tonight I just decided go for broke. Let's just do it. If I fix it, I fix it. If I break it, I break it. Life goes on. Up. Almost screwed up. Most important thing. Press down and try to move, slide, twist the ball detent. Make sure there's no bad spots. No flat spots in the ball detent. Just a matter of getting an oil in it and purging some of the gunk and grime. Figure how many, over the decades, how many sockets this thing has been used on that was just left nasty. Almost there. Well, at least almost where I'm happy with it. All right. Oops, sorry about that. I just reached down and smacked the arm that holds the phone up. All righty. So here she is, all done, all tidied up. That weird space age handle they had back in the days. Thing weighs a ton. It's almost as heavy as the 90s half-inch Craftsman's. And works great. So this is a 4051 from Walden. Still got to dig up the history on this little bad boy. Haven't even attempted to look. It's just been in my need to clean, need to work on pile. So let's do this. Walden. See if there's anything. Actually, I got a Walden 405. Oh, this apparently also has a um, traditional top to it too. I may have to get up on LOA artifacts, try to figure out dig into the history on it. See what it says. So apparently this is what they call a torpedo handle. And apparently this is early or limited version having the torpedo handle. At least from what I can see. That explains why I've never seen one before. Cool. Walden Worcester. See if I can see what it looks like. No, they've been around. They were around for a couple days. Actually, you know what? That just says Walden. I don't see any specialty marks on it. I have recently found some of the SW oval for Stevens Walden tools. I found a couple of sockets, I think. Maybe a wrench, but I think it's primarily sockets. Trying to remember who made this one. Oh, that was a Billings. Because I saw a similar set right there on Alloy Artifacts, but I'm still trying to find the missing parts out of this to complete. Hopefully the box holds together. But that's a Billings. I cleaned up, reblued all the active sockets that were in it. I'm just trying to, I think there's supposed to be a speed handle in here, maybe an extension, not sure. And I don't know what all sockets are actually needed for the set, but I was excited because it had the inside of the box cleaned up and it was still had the original name on it. I could probably, as old as Walden Tools is, I could probably spend a year trying to high speed. That's a Ratchet. It's that style. I could probably spend a year sifting through all their stuff to try to figure out what it is. Well, I'm already up past the double females up into a standard Ratchet and standard sockets. I do have some of their similar to this style, the hex drives. Oh. I found a double female with the torpedo tip. And that is an 1116. Then they went with the pair head. And this is just going straight into wrenches. Alloy Artifacts has absolutely nothing on this one. I'm gonna have to try to I might have to reach out to some people, and yeah, this is not listed. Not with this big oversized head, because it went from a double female that had the early torpedo to a flat style typical pair head with a selector on it, not a strange. Well then, yeah, even doing a search online, the 4051 is typical flat handled, but it has kind of the speeder top to it for selecting the directions. Mercari item is no longer available. It would be nice to have seen it. Yeah, none of what I found shows this with this head. It just shows a traditional flat head with a flat top thumb wheel. Wild. Oh well, enough of that. I've had enough of this. Hey Don, how's it going? Thank you. Thanks, Denny. I had to go back to oh, there we go. I see they finally fixed Studio, so now I can actually see what's going on. I've been trying to read off my cell phone. All righty. Now I can. I've been at this for 2 hours, and now I can finally read because it's on the computer. Ugh. A little nerve-wracking, I ain't gonna lie. I was pretty sure how the internals were gonna be set up on this thing, and I was right. And I was worried with the pin, the spring in the tube, that one false move, and it was gonna launch parts and pieces everywhere throughout the shop. But another nice ratchet for the collection. And it works. I'm happy. I was a happy man. Or I should say, what was that old commercial? Happy dog, happy dog. That was probably one of those Kibbles and Bits commercials, or bacon bits, whatever it is, bacon strips. Oh, well, guess I'm gonna be throwing this paintbrush out. This little cheap plastic does not get along with accidental overspray. Little accidental overspray with the bright clean in it. Killed the handle, ate right through it. Didn't hurt my cheap Amazon Pocket Pick, but it killed that little thing. So for those that weren't at the beginning or anything, I did pick up something cool today. Got me a my size ratchet. Proto Professional. I know I don't want to, but I think I want to just open it. Just to take a peek on the internals, because somebody has already been in this thing. Oh, I snagged this for only $20. Somebody has already been in it, and they already started to bugger up the well, I didn't want that to happen. Oof. It's gunky, grimy, well used. Teeth are in good shape. Springs. I gotta send this off the edge. Springs are still in pretty good shape, especially for their age. But it's black in here. Black in there, almost like it's almost like soot. That don't make sense at all to me. Even in here, even in the threads even look sooted. Yeah. It's not like grease or anything. It's like soot. Of course, I got so much oil and crud on my hands, I can't smell it. But yeah, it looks like somebody did not have a P4 screwdriver when they got into this thing, and they started trying to get into this because they buggered up the screws a little bit. But that's why you actually have the right tool for the right job. Yeah, I thought about the same thing myself, considering all what I do here. Oh, I've got a layer of dirt and crud and stuff on it. And it might just be due to, the age of this, the fact that it does have wobble in it. So it could have drew in grinding dust up in there. That does make sense. I mean, it's got some slop, but not hurting it. And because of the age, yeah, that grinding dust probably is caked in now where it looks like soot. This is going to be another task. This will be a big, long video I'm not getting the dents and dings out of it, but I'm gonna get the crud off it, get the rust and the nastiness off it. Inside's gonna be tidied up. Not gonna look that shiny, but it will look very nice, and I will finally have a quality uh, 3/4 drive ratchet. Because right now I got the El Cheapo extendable one. I think Quinn or something like that from Harbor Freight. I hate to admit it, but you know, I'm in here with the grinder, the wire wheel. I'm going to town when I'm cutting metal too, and there we go. That's blue. I got crud everywhere, and that's with multiple fans, the big air filtration system running. I'm sure it'd be 1,000 times worse without all of that going, but that makes a lot of sense. I didn't think about that. But I have seen tools that people have sold because I've worked on them where they were caught in a fire and the internals were full of soot, and then they scrubbed the outside and then put a coating on it to hide what happened with them, where the springs have actually been damaged because of being caught in a fire. That's probably why my squirrels went that direction. I have a gizmo I haven't figured out. I'm only assuming this is for jar lids. Is the only thing that makes sense to me because it is cupped and it squeezes in. So it'll grab a if you can get it into it. Oh, guess it helped if I used it right. I got to get that up there. But it'll grab that, then you can pinch in and take a lid off. Unless it's a soft lid like this and you just crush it. I'm going to tidy this up for the boss, but not right now. Got another church key out of the mix. I got another church key today, but I'm not going to work in that yet because it has been released in the video. I've been doing that recently where I have a video come out on either Sunday or Wednesday, and then I have a short a day or two before of what was out of that out of my haul where I'm cleaning it up. Oh, I remember what it was. It was it's Black Label beer. That's the church key I acquired today. So I got from the same lot as this. I had already cleaned up and got that Budweiser looking good. Got the big rust and mess off that one. I figured I was going to wait till I get this one cleaned up before I put it over by the beer fridge to with all the rest of my bottle openers. I don't have a pile of church keys like everybody else. I only got a handful. 2, 4, 6. I only got about 8 or 9. Yeah, I remember Black Label beer too. That's why when I saw it, even though it's kind of a mess, I had to grab it. So this is made by Vaughn. Never have dug into it. I wonder whether it's the same Vaughn that makes hammers. It's funny how these are always rusted in the same locations. Which only tells me that when people use them, whatever they open and gets caught up in there, they punch in, then they just throw it down, and whatever's in there is what just sits there and corrodes the that spot. Same thing on the back end. Those are the two biggest spots for rust and corrosion, and it's always where these things punch into the cans. But with these, beer is not the first thing that I think of whenever I see them. For me, it goes back to when I was a kid. And the big 32-ounce metal cans of Hawaiian Punch. Put a big punch on one side, a small punch on the other side to let the air out. I know a lot of people, when they see a church key, the first thing they think of is beer. Now, I go back to when I was a kid at my grandparents' house and getting to open a brand new can of Hawaiian Punch. Then again, that was back when we would get milk in a bag. When you got a bag of milk, you had a little plastic open top pitcher, and you slid the bag in and clipped the corner so you could pour your milk into your coffee or pour it into your cereal in the morning. Oh, oh, Jeffrey, you can probably confirm that, especially getting bag milk from Quality Dairy. I know it was up to what, about 15 years ago, Quality Dairy sold milk in a bag. Oh, there was one year we were up for Christmas. Wrong one. We were up north for Christmas. We had about 8 inches of snow on the ground. I went out to play. Well, that lasted about 20 minutes. I took off, walked. Uh-oh. I'm trying to use the camera. No, I had scratched. Oh, yep, I did. Tag on it. Yeah, let's hope it stops. Oh. Sorry, I accidentally scratched and I felt blood, so I knew I'd scratched it open. Yeah, we had about 8 inches of snow on the ground. It probably, me going out to play in the snow probably lasted 10 minutes. I decided I wanted ice cream. So I walked up to Quality Dairy. I got me ice cream. Then I walked back. You know what? Not knowing exactly, and with today's technology, we can make that happen. So let's do this. Let's go here, zoom out. Come on. Let's go out of this state. Let's go into this state. Let's come over here. Let's zoom up here. So we're going to go here. There's that road. There's that road. There's that road. So it's going to go from here. Then we're going to do directions to there. So, oh, so I was right. Every time I told the story, I always guessed at the how far I walked. And I just went to Google and did point to point. So 3/4 of a mile, 8 inches of snow, 3/4 of a mile. I had to walk up. I had to get my double scoop of ice cream. Should have seen the look on everybody's face when I came back to the house with only half my ice cream eaten. And then here I am showing up with Quality Dairy ice cream. Did you really walk up there? Yeah. I wanted my ice cream. Of course, Quality Dairy didn't have Superman ice cream, so Blue Moon was as close as the next best thing. But for some good ice cream, I'd probably still do that. And after all, it was only in the teens. It wasn't like 20 below or anything. We still have, sorry, Denny. My squirrels got sideways on this, started hyper fixating that and thinking about ice cream. We have a dairy farm 45 minutes up the road that is only a couple miles from a store, and they sell their milk, ice cream, and all that, and they still do milk in the glass bottles. I think we got 3 bottles sitting in the kitchen. We need to haul up there so we can get some more milk. But yeah, I don't care what anybody says. Milk in a glass bottle tastes far better than anything out of a plastic bottle. Contrary to the FDA and all the whiners, apple cider tastes better unpasteurized than blitzed and pasteurized a million times. Because in the fall, apple cider needs to be unpasteurized. I mean, granted, it's got the very short shelf life of only a few days, but it tastes so much better. Oh yeah, it was funny. I think it was last weekend. I think we were wandering around the store last weekend. I think it was little antique thing. In there, they had the old glass bottles for pop. Let me wipe my hands real quick. Yeah, forget it. I'll just use this. I don't mean the little short fat ones with the styrofoam crud. I'm talking about the nice tall thin ones, the ones we used to get and hit, and you hear it go clunk clunk clunk, drop down, and then you pop the top right on the outside of the machine. And the first thing I told my wife, I looked, I said, "Yep." I said, and I remember getting these. I remember running around collecting cans, bottles, primarily Saturday and Sunday morning, go to the parks, get to all the beer cans and bottles that the underage people were drinking and left at the parks because they didn't want to get caught. Go return them for money. Go right there, go right to the vending machine, put my money in, drop a nice big bottle of Burners. Now, the last time I was up north, I got lucky. And we were able to bring a couple of cases of the limited edition, because they do it every year for a limited run, Berners Black Cherry. I think we still have a case in the house. You know, the bad thing about using mothers is it dries quickly, and then it grabs and binds up the wheel. Well, before I could drive, I used to fill up the car. And to be honest, I don't know what the fuel prices were then. But I do know I would love to have a couple of those cars from back then. And I would love to send anybody 30 years old and under to go get gas. Because I know within 2 minutes of them getting to a gas station, they'd be calling trying to figure out where to put the gas. So I know they've never seen the gas hiding behind the license plate. It was just funny. That started getting a little toasty. Funny, I thought of that. In town, we have somebody that has a 76 or a 77 Oldsmobile station wagon. And the bumpers are still as shiny as can be. No major dents, dings, no body rot. Oh my gosh, could you imagine trying to get somebody with the analog gauges on a gas pump and them have to understand that they had to pull the arm forward after they pull the pump handle out? They'd probably be trying to figure out how to tap their phone to it. I can't pay. Why can't I pay? I've been meaning for a couple years now, and I never remember. Not until I'm driving by it, is to try to get a picture of that old Oldsmobile station wagon. I remember being in the back of the state. Well, let me rephrase that. I remember being in a station wagon. I can't say I only stayed in the back because we'd be rolling down a highway and it would be in the middle row, the back row, or all the way in the back cargo area. No seatbelt, just climbing over and treating the place like a playground. Now, the funny thing is, we had some commercial pumps 15 years ago that we used to use for work. And the commercial pumps, they were still the old school pumps. They were analog, and you had to swing the arm forward to get them to work. But you had a little kiosk that you had to do all your other stuff with. I remember new hires used to get, when they were told where to go to get it, and they couldn't figure out how to get how to fill up their vans. I had forgotten all about all that. A couple times my supervisor would call me and say, "Hey, you done? Yep. You got to, what's your next job? Over here. Can you go help him, teach him how to fill up his van?" Yep. Is he over by the shop? Yep. Okay. I know this isn't a fancy labeled one, but I think it's still cool. So there she is. Even the hook side that was rusty and cruddy is back to looking good. It says Bond USA there. I think it's Bond OG. What was it? Oh, I think it's Quick and Easy. Another nice church key for the collection. I have a couple others. Actually, I thought I already took care of them. I may have put them somewhere else, or I've got them sitting over here waiting for work. Because I have the little folding ones. I have a small one and the large folding ones. And I don't remember what they're called. Nope, I haven't cleaned them yet. So still got to tidy these two up. I got two of them. I got the large one and the small one. So it's called a quad fold. And that's made by Vaughn also. Oh, there it is. Hiding under another wrench. So I got the big one and the little one. Unfortunately, the little one has been rounded off, or I don't know. I don't think it actually had a tip. It may have. But those are cool ones. Keep in your pocket. There's another cruddy, nasty, jacked up one. I'm actually kind of having fun working with the clean up the church keys now. Well, nice. Sorry, my squirrels ran away. I'm not sure what it was. Which short? I launch them in the morning and evening, so I don't remember which is which. So you'll have to remind me. Oh, this has got a lot of issues. This one's going to take some work. Oh, cleaning the church keys, or yeah, for the most part, just the little bristlies, the Magdad special, and some paste and waxes. That's it. Because of the point, I am not going to get anywhere near a bigger wire wheel because it's going to catch on an edge. It's going to twist, and I do not want that twisting and ripping right in my hand. But I tell you what, I am so glad that Magdad promoted these. These things are so handy. I just wish there's a way to buy certain colors in bulk. Because there's dark green, blue, kind of a reddish color, a slate gray color, a violet color, and a light green. And dark green is the more aggressive grit. And then the grits get higher with less aggressiveness. The green is a nice soft one. I've gone through all my dark green ones, and I'm chewing out the blue ones pretty quick too. So the dark greens are gone. My blues are going away, and then I'm going to end up migrating. These are the ones I use the most, and I use these two a little bit, but I have other ways to do the finesse work. So I wish there's ways to just, order the green and the dark blue. That would be, I'd buy those in bulk. Some of my favorite thing to work with when you got metal like this, doesn't work on all metal. When I started my channel, I had to try to remember who I saw them on and then go dig through all their videos to try to figure it out. But just the blue one, like I said, out of the green ones, it's already done that to that church key already. So it can make a world of difference to it. But you gotta be careful because like anything else that's abrasive, even though it's plastic, if it's a softer metal, you definitely want to go with the softer grits. I wasn't paying attention one day, and I was playing. The good thing is I was playing with a El Cheapo, a junk one. It was just a junk wood handle screwdriver, and I wanted to practice. I kept it, as most people would have threw it in the trash as soon as I saw it, but I wanted to practice to get better. Well, not realizing the soft metal on the ferrule, guess who ate into the ferrule without even realizing it because he used the wrong grit wheel. That'd be this guy. Oh, I buggered it up really good. That's one of the best screw ups I've had in a long time. As soon as it hit, it started digging and eating right through it, and I knew exactly what I did wrong. All I could do was laugh about it. This one has been neglected for sure. Either it was left in a toolbox in the rain, or somebody used it in a home bar situation and never wiped it down. There's chunks on it that's got some bad pitting in it. I've seen that with the flat bar ones. Oh, I got one over there, but it's basically the big flat bar ones. I've seen it happen with those where people keep it where beer is spilt on the table on the countertop, and they just leave it sitting in there. And over time, it eats into it and creates a lot of really bad pitting. The funny thing is, the flat bar one I got for popping tops is for Jameson. I don't know about anybody else, but I have never seen Jameson come in a pop top. Unless they got a special bottle I've never seen before. Trying to ignore it, but daggone gnat got in behind my glasses, got caught right in the edge of my eye. I thought I could just ignore it until I got done, but wasn't happening. But with the way the pitting is on this, and in its locations, looks like it was left multiple times sitting in a pool of beer. When I was a lot younger, I worked security at a hotel that had 3 bars on it. And that's where I first started seeing pitting in certain areas kind of like this. Let me finish this. You didn't have to retract it. Let me finish this, and then I'll show you the disaster because I'm moving stuff all over the place. But then I'll show you what where my mess is going. You know, like I said, I don't have a lot of them. I've always liked them. I just never really got into collecting them. But then all of a sudden, I don't know, I guess like tools, everything is now gotta get it. I want this one. See, I grab and poke the thumb. That's why I don't want no parts of a full blown the big 8-inch wire wheel hitting the church key. Even this little fiber bristle pad snatched it right out of my hands. All because I accidentally got too close to the edge, caught the edge, and spun it. Ooh, that's getting toasty. Means I need to take a razor blade to this I didn't think about it. I just pulled the mic piece out. Hopefully the phone will pick up everything besides the fan. Yeah, all I did is pull that out, pull my old cheapo off. This one's charged finally, but I ain't got patience for that right now. Not good. 3.8. I don't know. Did I show that the last? Excuse me. Last live. Did I show the 3/8 drawer? Because I know I showed it where it was in progress, where stuff was just sitting there loosely. Well, I got 600 screws, so the 3/8 drawer is actually locked in. I may have to add a couple more. I think I just acquired a couple more sizes that I didn't have before. Half-inch plates are coming along, except for I'm having bed adhesion issues on this side. So I'm gonna have to pull the plate, scrub the snot out of it with dish soap, rinse it, do it again. I was running a little bit of a humidity issue with the ABS because the humidity levels in the AMS2 got up probably eight points higher than it should for ABS. So got that. It started going a little bit better because I started making other dumb stuff. And then that's when I noticed that most likely what I'm dealing with is a bed adhesion issue. And that's why it's causing the plates to not come out correctly. So there is that Budweiser. That nasty one. You can see up in here and right in here where it would sit on a bar. That's where the pitting is where it was sitting in beer and just left to sit in the beer. Okay, so I got two Budweiser and another Quick and Easy cleaned. So give me a minute to do that, and then I'll grab the phone and somehow navigate over the mountain of crud I got piled up over here. Try to deal with it. I just noticed that the first one I worked on says green A-72S, but this one actually says Emro STLMS, or sorry, STLMO for St. Louis, Missouri. So this one says is for St. Louis, Missouri. This Budweiser one says green A-72S. So I don't know where that one. Didn't pay attention that there's some little tiny details that are totally different. Either way, it's cool. Come down here. Okay. Well, I really don't have room for these because I don't have a big enough strip. So, bear with the Blair Witch Project mess. So, my beer fridge, which needs to be cleaned. I kicked up too much dust over the last few weeks, but so there's my Jameson bar top bottle opener. 70s 7-Up, a Rapala fishing lure, a couple paint can openers, a Bob's Big Boy, Cobalt, Craftsman Quinn, Snap-on in titanium, Klein, OEM, well, I drink a Rama, so I can pop a top, it'll hit like Plinko. And then I got a couple over there. Those I'll have to get a bigger one over there. Oh, and my wife found that Gulf oil can. So you pop a top and it drops in there. Set these down. So this one is Ulsa Tools. That one is SK. So the big deep well, that's SK. This is a Snap-on. This one is Work Pro. That's also Snap-on. Then obviously I got my Pittsburgh Harbor Freight flats, and then my Craftsman Ratchet bottle opener. So everybody's gonna have to kind of look at the mess right quick, see if I have a way to there we go. So little tops and bottoms, at least for now. I'll have to do something else with them, but short term it'll work. Ruh-roh. Okay. I figured it'd be best to just keep all them above the beer fridge. So if I can pull the Killians out or something else that's in there. But in the short term, it's a lot of fun when you go to pop a top and then you got to sit there and look at all that and decide which one you want to use to actually pop the top with. Because I do get a lot of European beer, so with that, they're not twist tops. Some that are not twist tops, I can still grab and twist them off. But some, I swear, they put 8,000 PSI on the crimper to compress a cap on. Because I have done it where even my hands couldn't twist the cap off it. So the little wrench Snap-on bottle opener I got from Jesse. The flat one in the leatherette I got from Midwest Tool Reviews, I think it was. All the rest I've just picked up and acquired here, there, and everywhere. I was thinking of something and I don't remember what it was now. I do have I don't remember what all else is in here. These take me back to cracking walnuts all the time. Oh, that's a junk one I'm throwing in the trash. That ain't worth 5 cents. I got this bag for $2. I'm gonna clean these up. They'll get used for canning. But what I wanted out of it, I know it's not high end or high dollar, but another bottle opener that also has a corkscrew in it. But what caught my attention on this, and I'm hoping I can get it cleaned, the inside cleaned up enough. You see, it's even got the other jaw assembly. This is Skyline, might be able to see it. Skyline Bottle Boy, but it's made in England. So, because it was made in England, I thought it was cool. I got this thing. Since I got it out, let's see who it is and where it's from. Well, it's from Connecticut. Got some pitting on it. Yeah, I'm not going to tidy this one up tonight. This one's going to be a royal pain. So at least get one side of it to where I can see what it was. This was kind of a oddball thing. So it says King, Turner and Seymour Manufacturing Company, Torrington, Connecticut, USA. Tempered tool steel blade. It's got a little crown in it. Don't know if I'll really do much with this. I might just try to tidy this up a little bit, just because it's different. Actually, that side of it's actually pretty, I need to check the blade. really bad pitting to it, but it won't be perfect, but I can make it look okay, at least for its age. Hang it up somewhere, who knows. It'll be an interesting little project in the future. Let's see if this is even worth work. See if this one's even worth working on. I was excited because it was from Europe, so I was like, hey, that'd be awesome to have something from over there. If anybody that's watching actually gets these, they are directional. If you put them on the wrong direction, it'll eat them up and destroy them. Trying to carefully get the fiber got a fiber washer that I just lost. Why? Because I accidentally came back in the breeze. Oh, there it is. Because I came back without pinching it, and the fan blew it right out of my hand. There's a little fiber washer on both sides of the wheel. I'm not getting rid of this. I'll keep it for another. I need that for the depth to get in there, but I run them down to about that big, then they're done. So I don't waste wheels. That still has half its life left in it. Well, I know it's going to happen. So, yeah, this is definitely not going to be done here. Definitely not going to be done tonight. It's got junk plating on it, which means I'm going to have to blow off all the plating across this entire thing, which means that most likely this is inexpensive, even though it's kind of cool. Yeah, getting the junk plating off, or at least getting it to a point where I can try to blend it, that is going to be a very difficult task. It's not going to be easy. So we'll put that one on hold. No big deal. Let's see if I can clean my hands. I decide to go after that plating that way, I might just end up using walnut shell and sending it through a media blaster and blow it out on a tarp. Just use walnut shell to blast it up. I don't want to tear it up, but at least use walnut shell to come across it. And my squirrels have left the building again. Because I was thinking about working on something else and I don't remember what it was. Uh-oh. My phone's dying. I know that because my screen just went dark. I was at 5%. I mean, I've been doing this for a couple hours now. So, getting late. I think I'm probably going to call it a night. Been fun. Got some work done. Got a couple church keys cleaned up. Got this pretty wild looking Walden Ratchet all working again. I really got to try to find out more about it because I have not, quick look at the internet, I have not found one with a head like that. And from what I read, the torpedo handles are either rare or early production runs. So it's almost like if they come up with a new design, that they turn around and do that, and that bullet, well, torpedo tip seemed like that was something that they roll on. And then they turn around and flatten it. I don't know, there's a lot of unofficial information, but had to have it. I wasn't finished with that. I forgot to talk about it earlier. Have a good one, Jeffrey. I forgot I needed to Oh yeah, this is definitely a cool one for the collection. I was 3 tables away, and I looked over. I saw the guy had a base table, but then he had kind of shelves on with this one sitting on top. I was patient. I walked over, I grabbed it, picked it up. I didn't want anybody else touching it. And I had to, because he had probably 10 or 15 tables. You know. No, he probably had 15 to 20 tables, plus, I think, one large tent. That's where the goody good stuff was. Stuff I would love to have, but I can't afford. He had planes and old tools that were just insanely restored. But they were way outside my price range. So if I remember right, I think I only grabbed this for only $8. That's what I need to do is clean that up. It's the only thing I didn't do. But oddball Ratchet, pretty cool, pretty wild. But get the crud off me. All right, hey, appreciate everybody that's watched tonight. I forgot one minor detail. I really need to go get some sleep. I'm on call until next Thursday. Since I forgot, it would help to have some sleep if I get rousted in the middle of the night. So everybody have a good one. Be safe. And as always, good luck in the hunt.